Hello, my darlings. Welcome to your daily mini reading. I am going to use one of these animal cards just to see the overriding message from Spirit. And then we're going to move, that's blown out for you already. And then we are going to move into some tarot just to get a little bit of a deeper explanation on it. If it resonates with you, my darling, you are meant to hear this within divine design for you. Thank you, Spirit. So the card that's come out for you is the Rabbit, Approval and Sensitivity. So what I'm feeling with this card is that you are looking for, like this rabbit is looking, you are looking for approval on something or from somebody, and there is a sensitivity about it. So when we are in a relationship, and I'm not talking necessarily about love, it can be any form of relationship, whether it be love or friendship or familyship, any of it. Sometimes we seek approval, and we seek approval because in the seeking approval we are validating ourselves, and in that validation of ourselves we feel a little bit better about ourselves. But there is a juxtaposition to this. There is a danger to this, that if we seek approval through the eyes of another, that may not be enough for us. And so the other's eyes may see us in a very different way than we perceive ourselves, and nobody is wrong and nobody is right. But when we choose to see ourselves through another's eyes, and everybody's perception of us is different, we can become very disappointed, and then we can feel hurt and we can be sensitive about it. But it's not to say that sensitivity is a negative thing. It just means that when we love another, we can get hurt easily by another, because it is we feel hurt because we love them. So I'm going to dig a little deeper into this approval and see what it is that perhaps Spirit can show you. And I'm seeing the lion on the bottom of the deck as well, about trying to remain, to walk away from this and not to seek so much the approval in another. It is important, my darling, and I know it's lovely when others do recognize things within us that perhaps we either wish to be seen within us, or we wish others to know that that's who we are. But what tends to happen is we have to have approval, we have to have self-approval, we have to validate ourselves, because we are different. Every single person, every single relationship we have, we are a certain person to them. It is not necessarily who we are, and we therefore can become very confused about our own identity and personality, because everybody's perceptions of us is different, and we ourselves have a very different perception perhaps to others do as well. So okay, I'm going to move forward into the reading and see what the rabbit has to say with regards to this. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me more about this rabbit card. I do sense some hurt here. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, so I've got the Six of Pentacles, but it is upside down. So I am really feeling with this that you are trying too hard at this time with a certain relationship. You're trying to perhaps fix and mend a relationship that you have. You're trying to improve upon it. You're trying too hard to get the other person to see you. And you know, my darling, when we try and force and affect a change in somebody else, it will never go the way that we intended, because when we have an ideal of somebody, or when we want something to happen, we will always, when we have an expectation of somebody from our lens of life, we are going to be disappointed. And Spirit is saying that you are doing an awful lot at the moment for this other person. You are trying to help them, you are loving them, you're being your all to them at this time, but you're not receiving that flow back. And sometimes it takes, and I'm now seeing the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck, sometimes we get to a point where, when we've done so much for people, and we have done it with love, and we've done it with kindness, and we've done it with compassion, and we've done it with care, and then we suddenly realize there is an imbalance in this relationship. And I feel that's where you are at right now with this Eight of Swords, because you are opening the gate. You're opening the gates. An interesting Eight of Swords. It's not one where you're trapped within this space, but you're actually choosing to push this gate aside now. So I'm feeling that there is a sense within you that you've sort of had enough. And the universe will engineer opportunities to present to you to say, is that enough? Do you want one more? Is that enough? Because it is about you saying, do you know, I do have value in this. And if somebody else can't see my value, then that's okay. I'm going to walk away. Because if the only thing keeping you in this relationship is the attention that you're giving it, it's not a relationship, it is a codependence. And it's a very difficult lesson. It's a very difficult lesson to learn. And it's not to say that they are at fault or you are at fault, my darling. It is simply to say that when one door closes, another door opens. And perhaps because you are reaching out to look through readings to try to understand, you're already vibrationally in a different place than they are. And so what happens is they can't feel or understand your energy. And it's not that they can't see you for who you are. They're not meant to, because therein lies the lesson. When we try and hold on to a relationship that is causing us pain, look for the gift within the pain. And if there isn't a shift and change within that because of your awareness of the situation, and that soul, that individual remains where they are, then it is a sign for you to move away from it. And to do it with a smile and to do it with an understanding that they don't intentionally intend to hurt you. They perhaps don't want to change. They're perhaps wrapped up so much in their conditioning of who they are, they can't see how to change. But you're going through a change. I can see it with these cards here. And you are in this movement of this Eight of Swords moving away. You are creating a whole kind of tumbling away of energy and a new place. It's almost like a secret garden here. And with this, my darling, you are taking responsibility. You're taking responsibility for your happiness. You're taking responsibility in the considered actions that you're taking for yourself at this time. You're being considerate of yourself. So because it is the ego attachment here. And it's a very painful lesson, my darling, but I'm going to do an outcome for you with the walking away, being not afraid to walk away. Thank you, Spirit. One card, please. And you have the King of Swords and the Seven of Swords here. So you have been experiencing this. And what Spirit is saying to you, that there are those, this is the Seven of Swords, there's the magpie here about letting go and perhaps seeing a different kind of value in this now. There are people around you that are there for you at this time. Let them go. Let them go, my darling, because in the letting them go, you are not going to continuously experience the same lesson over and over and over again. And it is very painful to do it, but in the letting go, you're handing a burden over. Say the words, say the affirmations, write them down. And in letting go, you're allowing space for something else to come in, And I feel like something else is coming in. I feel with the King of Swords that you are getting advice on this this time from others, and perhaps up until now you haven't been able to absorb or wish to receive that advice, but I feel that you have been getting advice, because this sword in this card and the Seven Swords in this card represent the gate of freedom, the gate of opening, the gate of letting go, the gate of being willing to be brave and to make a decision about something, because this is an old energy for you now. It is crumbling away, and express clearly now for yourself. If you wish, if you feel within this sensitivity and this hurt that you're feeling at this time, one of the best ways to do that without even saying a word to the person is to write it, is to get those feelings outside of yourself. Write them all out on a piece of paper. It doesn't matter what you say. Nobody's going to read it, but extract them from yourself. Allow them to dissolve and dissipate from you, because otherwise those trapped emotions have to go somewhere, and they will cause you a great deal of pain and anxiety and a continuation of a feeling this way. But in the letting go, you are releasing it. So well done, my darling. You've made a very beautiful and brave decision for yourself. And the rabbit also talks about abundance too, and it talks about home, and it talks about companionship as well. So this is something that hidden away in the long grass of this, of where you are right now, there is something growing for you and shifting and changing. And you've now got the release card. So this is saying, my darling, this is the death card. With the release and the letting go of this, you will experience an ending to this, but it's very important that you do, because if you don't experience and acknowledge and respect the ending of this, and also what you are going to go through from an emotional point of view, then you're not acknowledging your emotions, and those emotions therefore cannot but go down a particular route, a particular channel of releasing. So do trust that this is a process. It tends to be a slow process, but with patience, infinite patience with yourself, and a little bit of universal magic that's helping you at this time, it is going to lead to a new beginning for you. And you've already taken that first step in the possibility of making a choice now to walk away from this. So there we are, my darlings. I trust and hope that has resonated, that's helped those that this reading has resonated with. I look forward to doing another reading for you tomorrow. And in the meantime, have a very beautiful day. Take care, my darlings. Lots of love. Bye-bye.